Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Mary Brown, Superintendent of the Greenwood LaFleur Consolidated School District. And on behalf of the GLCSD's Board of Trustees and our entire faculty and staff, we would like to welcome you to our virtual Superintendent Social. The purpose of this social is to recognize the outstanding works and efforts of our students, faculty, staff, and parents. Our parents include mothers, fathers, grandparents, uncles, aunts, cousins, and all who are responsible for the success of our students. Today, we will recognize our honorees for the month of February. All honorees will receive a certificate as an additional token of our appreciation. So at this time, I would like to share with you our district's mission, vision, focus, and motto. The mission is why we exist as a district. The mission of the Greenwood LaFleur Consolidated School District is to unify, educate, and prepare all students for college and career by providing a high-quality learning experience. Our vision, this is what we want to see. We hope to see a community united, meaning a community coming together to improve the quality of life through education. Our focus, we will continue investing in our future by developing each and every one of our students. And as always, our motto is 2020 Vision. I would like to say congratulations in advance to all of our honorees. Thank you for the work that you do. Thank you for the support of Greenwood High School as well as the Greenwood LaFleur Consolidated School District. So at this time, we will begin our virtual superintendent social. Dr. Pulley.
Good afternoon, and again, welcome to our Superintendent Social. At this time, Mr. Brown, Assistant Principal of Greenwood High School, will present our recognitions for the month of February. We ask that when you hear your name called, you give us a wave in the camera and hold up your certificate if you have them already. Mr. Brown.
Thank you, Dr. Pulley. And on behalf of Baron Clerk, who's the principal at Greenwood High School, and the rest of the cadre here, we'd like to thank you for this opportunity to provide recognition to our staff. First and foremost, I'd like to start recognizing our students. Shiloh Hatch is a ninth grader who is on the principal's list. And her parent, president is Leonard Hatch and Elizabeth Hatch, parents of the month for Miss Shiloh Hatch. Miss Hatch has a A in English, a B in algebra, and she just celebrated her birthday on December the 16th. And she's a principal list student, so we want to give it up for Miss Hatch. Kendall Smith is our 11th grader. Kendall's mother is also a teacher and a parent well, she's a teacher here at Greenwood High. She works with MTSS and she does a really great job as well. But Kendall is a tennis player. She's a band student and she's on the principal list, and she has a 95 average in chemistry, which is my favorite subject. But she is really a great student. And we'll give it also for her mother, Miss Catherine Jones. Mr. Willie Brown. Mr. Brown is a superintendent's list student. Mr. Brown has, it was so many A's on his report card, I just decided to just pick maybe two. It was amazing because he has 100 average in several classes. So he is a really good student, and it's always, for Mr. Brown, I remember his name, but I also remember that his birthday is on my wedding anniversary, so I can never forget who he is. So, Mr. Brown, we want to give it up for you and your parent, Mr. Willie Brown. And to Leah Bell, one of our sensational seniors, and her mother, Sharonda Jordan. We want to give it up for her. Miss Bell, she works a job. She has in several classes, she has a 99 average. And she's a Pisces. She's born, her birthday is this month. as well as mine. So I don't forget the Pisces. And she's a really pleasant student to be around. And it's just been a joy in this last couple of years that I've been here to know her. So I want to give it up for her. Uh, I want to call our classified staff, Carl Irvin. Mr. Irvin, many of you all know him. We give it up for Mr. Irvin, who does a really great job, keeps everybody laughing and on their toes around here, but takes his job serious and to keep us safe and keep the building clean. And anything he needs, we need him to do, he's readily available to do that. So we want to thank you again, Mr. Irvin. Mr. Fisher, who could not be on because he's out performing one of his tasks. Mr. Fisher, Freddie, if you know Mr. Freddie Fisher, if you hear some singing and it sounds like the radio, that's probably Freddie walking around the building singing. But he's a joy to be around, but he's out delivering meals to our students, always on the job. There's nothing that staff in there is asked to do that they won't do. You got something, Dr. Pulley?
I think he's on with Mr. Irvin.
Did he join on?
Yes.
Okay. You should have made a sound or something, Freddie. Hit a note for me or something, because he told me originally he wasn't going to be here, but he's here, and I'm glad that he got a chance to visualize this recognition. Also, now we're going to recognize our certified staff, and I want to first recognize Elizabeth Liddell, one of our new additions to Greenwood High family, but well, not the family, but just to the staff. She's a Greenwood High alum. I think Dr. Pulley, was she one of your students? You weren't. Okay, but she's a Greenwood High alum, also an Ole Miss alum, hotty toddy, and she has really been an enhancement to our English department. Already amazing English department, but she's a really good teacher. So she's pleasant, she's knowledgeable, and she's always on task. Every time I've observed her, she's always been on task, and the children really respond to her. So we thank you all for pulling the trigger on that one. She is a really good teacher. Miss Gilbert, who's also a great teacher. Thank you, Miss Gilbert. Miss Gilbert is knowledgeable, she's hardworking, and she's also an accomplished musician, for those of y'all that don't know. And she really works well with the children. She has made our ACT prep program, what it was supposed to be. So she is really working hard, and we're anxious to see the fruits of her labor. At this time, I will turn it back over to you, Dr. Pulley. Again, we want to thank you, and on behalf of Mr. Clerk, who's our principal here, we really appreciate this opportunity.
Again, we would like to say congratulations to each of you all for your hard work and efforts for the month of February. Keep up the good work. We do have a few announcements that we would like to make. On next week, our students in our school district will take third 9 weeks comprehensive exams. These tests are comprehensive because they include all standards which our teachers have taught our students for the entire school year. So parents, we are asking that you help us to encourage our students to do a great job on these assessments so that we can receive great data back to analyze and to review and to make plans to assist with remediation, to assist with helping to improve our students before we do take end of year assessments. In March, we will begin our reopening plan for our school district. Beginning March 1st, our faculty and staff will begin reporting back to the physical buildings. On March 15th, our students will begin reporting back to the physical buildings. These are the select students. Parents have selected them to allow them to report back to the physical buildings when we did make the district decision to do so. So we do look forward to working with our students as they return to our campus. Lastly, we want to calm some anxieties and fears surrounding students taking statewide assessments in the physical buildings. We have been meeting as a team and school district as it relates to safety measures which we would take during test administrations. We created those plans, and this week we had an opportunity to put those plans into action. On this week, um, all GLCSD 11th grade students took the ACT in the physical buildings. We so far we've tested 216 11th grade students. As students entered the buildings, they were guided to a holding location. While there, nurses checked temperatures and documented those temperatures. Faculty and staff then escorted students to their assigned testing locations. After they arrived there, students were assigned a seat based on the seating chart. All desks are spaced at least 6 feet apart from each other. All faculty, staff, and students inside of the buildings are wearing face masks. All testing locations have hand sanitizing stations. So we want you all to know that we have implemented a safety plan to ensure that our testing processes and testing administrations go very smoothly. And the state tests are mandated. And so we know we have to take our state tests inside of the building. So we have created a schedule and created plans to ensure that as they are doing this in our buildings, we are as safe as possible. Dr. Brown.
Again, congratulations to our students, our faculty, staff, and parents. Students, we especially want to thank you for continuing to log in and do the work that is presented and shared with you by the staff. That is commendable, and we thank you. To our parents, we thank you for making sure that students are logging in and that they have the support as they work to complete and meet the requirements to pass to the next grade and in many cases graduate if they're seniors. So parents, the work that you're doing is very important. So we do appreciate you. To the staff, the faculty and staff of Greenwood High School, we thank you for your commitment to GHS every day. I think like Mr. Brown, we all are excited to when we do have the opportunity to hear Mr. Fisher bless us with a song. I thought he was about to unmute and give us a tune. You're more than welcome to unmute and sing for us if you need to. But I'm glad that you were able to make it back to be a part of us celebrating and honoring you, as well as Mr. Irvin and all of the other faculty and staff at Greenwood High School. In his absence, we would like to thank Mr. Barron Clerk for his leadership. And he's actually in a leadership training in down south. He's in the Superintendent's Academy. And so, but we thank him for his leadership at Greenwood High School. And an effective leader cannot be successful without effective assistance. So, Mr. Charles Brown, we thank you for everything that you do at Greenwood High School. And thank you for stepping in and helping to honor the faculty, staff, students, and parents at Greenwood High School. It's greatly appreciated. Vaccinations are available for those who can and are willing to take the vaccination. We encourage you, if you can and you're willing to take the vaccination to help stop the spread of COVID-19. We do understand that you have to or may like to consult with your doctor because some people do have different reactions than others. But for those who can and are willing, we do encourage you to take that vaccination. I have taken my I've already taken the first vaccine shot, and I am scheduled to take my last one tomorrow, and I'm ready to get it over with. Prior to taking the first shot, I, like many other people I know, I was afraid. I was scared of the reactions or what I was hearing from others who may have or had not even taken it. But I did take it and everything went well for me. And so I just look forward to getting the last shot tomorrow so that I can get it over with. I do personally know others who have taken both shots and they're fine as well. So we would just like to encourage you that if you can and if you're willing to take the COVID-19 vaccination, to do so to help stop the spread of COVID-19. Um, Also, we are continuing to deliver lunches. That process is still occurring. Lastly, I had a student to ask a question. I want to share the question and I want to share my response with you that I share with him. And it was a very good question. And I was glad to hear a student asking this particular question. He asked, why do we have to take the end of year assessments? And I knew it was because of COVID and virtual instruction, all the things that we've had to face during this pandemic and winter weather storms. And so it is a great question. And I do want to share my response with you as I responded to him. So the question is, why do we have to take end of year assessments? End of year assessments are taken every year. Um, Although this year was different than many of the other years, we still have to take it. These are state and federally mandated assessments, which means that the GLCSD nor any other district has no control over whether we take these assessments or not. We are required to take them. So if um, the state says that we have to take the test, we have to take the test. So that decision does not come from the GLCSD, but we do have to comply with those directives or anything that is required of us as a district. Again, the decision to take the test is a state mandate that we have to comply, and we have to test our students. All students have to be tested in a school building. And I know you heard Dr. Pulley talk about they have worked on the schedules. Dr. Pulley, his team, administrators, transportation, they have worked on schedules to bus our students in. And for those who are either walking or riding with parents or however, you're welcome to do that. But at the designated time of testing, we would like to have 100% participation of our students, because we have to have 100% participation. The assessment will not be used to penalize any student, nor will it penalize the district. We have to have the numbers. Our students have to be assessed. The state will use the information to help as they plan and prepare for the upcoming school year for all districts in the state of Mississippi. And we will use the information and results to plan and prepare for the upcoming year for our students. And so the results we have to capture. We need to know where our students are, and the state as well needs to know where the students are across the state. So we have to take the test. We have to have 100% participation. As Dr. Pulley stated, we've already administered assessments to our 11 graders for ACT, and that worked out well. And the students were brought in safely, and they were able to go home safely. So we are planning to do that same thing during our state exams. So for the students, the state exam results have no bearing on whether you pass to the next grade or not. All you have to do is pass your classes. You have to attend school, log in, and continue to pass the classes that you're currently in. The state assessment has to be administered because it's a requirement, but those results will not determine whether you pass or fail. So I wanted to share that because that's a great question, and that for me, it just confirms the fact that we do have really great, intelligent students who do ask really good questions. So I wanted to share his question and my response. If you miss anything we said about the state assessments, I did give Ms. Dean. Ms. Dean has uploaded the same statement on our Facebook page, on our district's web page. Our principals and assistant principals also have the same information. So I'm asking if you can at 2:30, if you would join us back as we recognize and celebrate the honorees from LeFleur County High School. But as it pertains to Greenwood High School, congratulations to our students. our parents, our faculty, and our staff. Have a great day.